If you're looking for a way to get A-plus setups more so on a regular basis and be notified when that happens or be given a signal when there's an A-plus setup, this tool might be for you. Right now, I want to highlight what I call the early bird gets the worm. And I'm noticing this with gold. If you're trading gold and other platforms or other tickers as well, sometimes before the market opens, there's a nice move that could be very profitable, and the system tells you, hey, this is an A-plus setup based on the 4 metrics. And in many cases, you could be in profits even before the market opens. So I want to highlight each and every time that I see A-plus setups and to see how it turns out, whether it was a win or a loss. But the probability of being profitable seems to be high based on all of the things that I've been seeing and some of the videos that I've been sharing. That being said, I want to show you an A-plus setup that presented itself before the market even opened. It was like between 5 and 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, and it resulted in results. But that lets me know that throughout the day, multiple times a day, if you're switching tickers and looking at different things, setups occur often. You just need something that can let you know, hey, this may be an A-plus setup, and you decide if it's right for you. This ticker is the 1 ounce gold. So if you're trading with a small account, this would be great because it doesn't cause your account to go up or down too much. And then, of course, when you're ready, you can switch to the big boys when you deem necessary. But let's look at the charts real quick, and then you determine if this tool, this system is right for you or not. So this is what happened earlier today when I said, the early bird gets the worm. So now, this is what you got to point out. We're looking for A-plus setup. A-plus setup basically means that the live bias matches whatever the signal is at the time, and then you want the colors down here to match. I'll show you in real time what that looks like. So, for example, if the live bias is bearish, you're looking for a sell. You're looking for some red to be down here on this trending bar, and preferably you want some green momentum to show up in this gray, which represents that momentum or money is coming into the market, and you are likely to get a push in the direction of your favoring. So there was some other previous sales or buys that took place, but it wasn't an A-plus setup. So if you look right here where this sale presented itself, really wasn't showing any coloring, and it definitely wasn't showing any green bars at that time frame, which means that ruled it out from being an A-plus setup. We're only looking for A-plus setups. Keep that in mind. Then there was a reverse buy signal that presented itself here, but during that time, it wasn't any green happening, and it wasn't any green in the momentum bar right there. And, I'm not sure exactly what the sentiment was of the bias. Right now showing that it's a daily bias of bearish, live bias of neutral. So at the time that buy signal presented itself, it might not have been an A-plus setup. But let's look at a time where an A-plus setup did present itself. And if you can understand those 4 metrics, then you can position yourself to not fall for any and every buy signal that shows up using our system. So we're going to skip through a couple of these just for the sake of the time of the video and not making it too long. But right here, let's pause. A reverse sell signal just presented itself. Now, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for the live bias. What is the live bias? Bearish. Okay, perfect. We're looking for sales if the live bias is bearish. We got a sell signal. So that matches. That's 2 out of 4. We see some green trending happening. It doesn't have to be too big. I can make this larger to where that bar would have looked larger, but it doesn't have to be too big. You just want to see the color of your preference. And in this case, we're looking for red. So we see some red. And we also see some green momentum. This would be an opportunity to press sell. So in this case, let's hit sell. I'm going to go ahead and up the contracts just because when it comes to 1 ounce gold, a lot of times, sometimes people might not realize that the profit potential in it just because it's a smaller contract. So it only goes up $1 here, $1 there. But you can increase the contract sizes to your preference based on your account size and based on your confidence in the trade to say, you know what, I'm going to go bigger on the contract size. Even though it's a small contract, I can still make a decent percentage of my money. So let's put it to 10 contracts. You can keep it at 1 until you're ready. You can go to 5. The choice is yours. I'm just showing an example. So let's say we hit sell at that time because this was an A-plus setup. Metric number 1, bearish. Metric number 2, sell signal presented itself that matches the bearish. We got some red trending happening right here, green momentum, which means that it has the potential to push itself in that downward direction. As you can see, it already pre-plots your take profit 1, take profit 2, and take profit 3. Naturally, it's more likely to hit the TP1 because it's closer. It also gives you a good entry line, which is right around here, and the stop loss is up here somewhere, But, since I'm on my phone, you can't see it as much, but the stop loss is up higher. That being said, let's play it out. So, from that point, let's see what happens. So the next bar, we're still kind of at the same place. Next bar, we're down 25 bucks. This is with 10 contracts. It would have been less had it just been one. It probably would have just showed up, $2.50, something like that. And keep in mind, you already know the trades go in both directions, so you just never know what's going to happen. Now, at this point, we're up 10, down 5. We're up 5, then up 10. So it's kind of going back and forth. And each bar represents 2 minutes because I'm under the 2-minute chart. We're up $12.50, up $20. At some point, some people may say, you know what, I'm cool with that amount, depending on the percentage that you're aiming for. So if you have $100 or a $500 account and you got $20 in that day, some people may say, okay, I'm only looking to make 1% a day or 2%, whatever that percentage is. So they may be okay with that. You have to determine what's good for you. But we have a take profit setup, and 80% of the time when it's an A+ setup, the take profit 1 is hit. So that being said, if you want to at least ride it out to see if it hits your take profit 1 because you were confident in the trade that you took, then by all means feel free to do so. But at any time, you can always take money off of the table based on your preference. But let's keep going. So you see we went up and down, a little bit up, a little bit down. But we're still trending in the bearish direction. The things that have changed, because the live bias still is bearish, the green momentum bar went away, but that doesn't erase what is already in place. What do I mean? Just because the green momentum went away doesn't mean that you're in a bad trade right now. The momentum may have slowed down or at least stopped showing, but when you took the trade, it was A+. And we still have some red showing up here, but that doesn't mean you just close it out just because the green disappears, because you took the trade when it was an A+ setup, and that's perfectly fine. You did what you were supposed to do. Now it's all a waiting game and being patient. So let's keep going. Now, keep in mind, I said the early bird gets the worm. This is all happening in between 5 and 6 o'clock. So we're looking for the take profit 1 to hit, and it got close to take profit 1 at that time frame. For some, that would have been enough to go ahead and seal the deal and say, you know what, I'm good at this amount. For others, they want to wait until the TP1. Either way is fine. I just want you to know how it works. Now we're up $30 at this time frame, and it's going up and down. Then it went back. Now, a lot just happened there, just that fast. And let's take it back a bit. Because keep in mind, this is still pre-market. But you're in the trade because you noticed the A+ setup at the time of the trade. Now, at this point, we were up over $100 just because of that huge drop that took place. So not only did it hit the take profit 1, it hit the take profit 2 and touched the take profit 3. All before the market open. So a lot of times this tends to take place. You just have to be in a position to take advantage of it, meaning being up, but also recognize the A+ setup. And this is not the only one. I've shown some before, but this A+ setup presented itself. And even though other sell and buy signals presented itself, it wasn't an A+ setup. But when this one presented itself, it was. So that's the difference. We're looking for A+ setups, and that gives you a high probability of hitting take profit 1. If you hit take profit 1, be okay with that. If you caught everything, then of course that's a bonus, because this doesn't always happen. In this case, it did. So we're not, telling you that this is going to happen every time. However, the chances of it hitting this TP1 is pretty significant. That said, this could be something you can consider taking. based on all 4 metrics being hit. If this is a tool you want access to, it's available at the link down below. I just want to show you how it works. It's been having some updates, so some different things that show up as well. I just want to keep it really simple. We're looking for 4 metrics. What's the live bias? Does the signal match? Do we have the color that matches whatever the live bias is? Do we have some green momentum upon the time where the trade presented itself? And as long as the take profits are still in play, that means that signal is still at play as well, meaning that it could still hit those levels. That's all I got. If you want the tool, you know what to do, so do what you know. Mr. Smith signing out.